Make sure you wait 1 hour after eating before going on Screaming Condor, kids. Welcome to the largest amusement park in Taiwan, Leofoo Village. Home to our very first Intamin Impulse coaster on this channel, Screaming Condor, and a whole lot of other rides. This is going to be a very big day, so we're looking forward to it. Alright, we are here quite early. Park is just opened, and there's not much of a crowd again. It seems like we might be just ahead of the peak season, or even just behind the peak season here in Taiwan, because they do have a wet and a dry season, so really not that many people around. We like that. There it is, Screaming Condor, and there's a few other two other coasters and a whole lot of other rides to check out today. We have Sahara Twist, Intamin Twist and Turn. Interestingly, this will mean I have been on 2 out of 3 Intamin Twist and Turns in the world. Very excited for this one because I thought Comet Express was pretty good. First coaster of the day, the Intamin Twist and Turn Sahara Twist. Yeah, that was way worse than Comet Express. It's a lot shorter, runs a lot slower, so you don't get any of the kind of oomph to the spinning. And it also, instead of having like the booster wheels that Comet Express had, it's just got a straight up wheel lift, which, you know, I think those kicks of speed were part of what gave Comet Express a real surprise factor for me. So, you know, it's still just okay. So as you can see, this is one of those lovely classic parks that is split up into different themed areas. We just had a brief look in the safari area where we tried out the Intamin Twist and Turn, and now we are headed into the Wild West area. And this is where the signature attraction is. Hello. Make sure you wait 1 hour after eating before going on Screaming Condor, kids. Okay, so we just got off a Zen ride on the front row of Screaming Condor. Now, I have some bad news, first of all, and that is that they would not let me ride with the GoPro, so unfortunately there will not be a Screaming Condor POV on the channel. But first impressions, I don't think I really like it that much. We rode in the front, So as we were just discussing as we got off the ride, it may be better in the back if we get a little bit more float off the vertical spike rather than being at the top of the twisted spike. And you do get a bit of positives coming through the valleys, like the flattening back out. But other than that, it's relatively forceless and very rough. Very rough. A bit of head banging there at one stage. We'll ride it again for sure, probably go for the back if we can and see how it goes, but I think that's probably the first disappointment of the trip so far. I thought that would be better.
中间的小朋友，为了您的安全，请勿乘坐本项设施。谢谢您的配合，并祝您今天游学愉快。
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. All right, let's check out the Larsen loop. Let's see how it goes. Very first Larsen loop. Larsen loop was just okay. Not that good, not that bad. I don't mind it. It's kind of a decent flat ride, I guess. We're gonna go check out if the log flume is open because it's just here behind us. After we get around this restaurant with a big dinosaur and the splash down there. All right, so flume not open yet. We did just go on this ride by an unknown manufacturer, very similar to an air race, but the seats also like spin. It was kind of very mediocre, but we couldn't work out what manufacturer that's from, so if you do know, watch the footage, let us know. Alright, so we've been on a few attractions so far here at Leofoo. We've done all of the coasters, including Screaming Condor and Sahara Twist and the Little Rattler, the Vekoma Junior coaster. We're going to have to go back on Screaming Condor. I'm not sure what I think of it yet. It does run a little bit rough, and I'd like to see if we can maybe get a different seat or something like that to see if we can find somewhere where there's a little bit more force to it, because it wasn't that great. But I have just been on the Drop Tower Pagoda's Revenge, which is beautifully themed, absolutely magnificently themed, and a very good little drop tower. Nice bit of force on it. And we've done a couple of the other flats as well as the log flume, which looks fantastic from the outside. It is a very nice looking park here at Leofoo Village. Look at this guy, just chilling out. That's a Formosan black bear, native to Taiwan. So the other aspect to Leofoo Village is that there is also a zoo and safari tour and a kind of animals section. So we're wandering through there now before we go back to the rides. It's pretty extensive, very impressive. Look at these fellows. That guy just chilling in the back there. Alright, re-ride on Screaming Condor. We were lucky enough to get the back row despite it being a full train. It's better in the back. I still think that the spikes don't hit. There's no kind of float or weightlessness to them. The positives coming back into the station are pretty good, and the rattle and roughness is less noticeable in the back, particularly because there's no laterals through that twist, so you don't kind of headbang a little bit with the laterals. So better in the back, but it's still probably the disappointment of the trip so far. I was expecting that to be a good, intense coaster that I would at least like, and I think I'm coming away saying it's just okay. Alright, that is a wrap on Leofoo Village theme park. We are leaving a little bit earlier than closing, and that's because we have some other plans. Some plans which you might see in a bonus vlog coming up very, very soon. But for now, I'm pretty impressed with the scale of the park, and I'm pretty impressed with what they've tried to do with the themed areas. They look very, very nice from the outside. I think some of the attractions, in terms of quality, don't quite live up to that, and I think that with just a little bit of TLC, maybe a new attraction or two, this could be really, really a brilliant park. But it was a very good day, and I look forward to doing some reviews of the coasters and other attractions and the park in general. In the meantime, stay tuned for more vlogs.
Such a beautiful love.